This category is normalising tone, enhancing movement, balance and control. So could you just sit and face Shirley and keep absolutely still. Now, anticipating cause and effect. Anticipating cause and effect. So we want her to anticipate it. So we want her to realise it's going to bounce as soon as your hands touch. Okay, so anticipate means reacting before she does it. You know what's going to happen. Yeah. So the idea is to get the student to realise what's going to happen, you know, in the next moment. Waits patiently for turn. Next one is maintains eye contact when appropriate. So it's appropriate to look at Shirley now and look her in the eyes. Very good. Okay. Next one is compensates for the movement when the bed is moved in front, behind and to the side of the student. This is the don't fall over game. Do you remember that? So maybe Shirley, you could start by standing on there. This is the don't fall over game. So she's going to move you and don't fall over. So if you put your feet together now, Shirley, that will make her sort of fall back a little bit, but don't fall over. Good. And now maybe if you come in front of her and push the bed, maybe do it from kneeling down. Good. Now if we could have one of you each side of Natasha, and we could see if she could regain her sitting position when you move her off balance. So you could push her towards each other. Don't fall over, don't fall over, don't fall over. Good, well done. Enjoys being bounced in the sitting position. So could one of you ride the bed again? Again, teachers may want the handle put on in order to provide them with support. Next one is initiates movement by pushing into bed with hands. Good. Swimming arms to initiate movement. Low kneeling position. Low kneeling position, swimming arms to initiate movement. Very good. High kneeling position. High kneeling, swimming arms to initiate movement. Again, remember, we don't bounce on the knees, we're just initiating movement. So if you've got a very bouncy student, maybe put a cushion or a bit of foam underneath them to stop them bouncing. Standing in stillness, feet flat on bed. Maintains shape while being gently bounced. So if there's two of you, you could do it by pushing your hands into the bed. If there's only one teacher, then you could stand on the bed and support her and ride the bed. Bobble. This is where you initiate the movement now. Bobble. Good. Swimming arms to initiate movement. Hang. Hang and bounce. So you're leaving the bed now. Good. If you've got a low ceiling, watch out for that, obviously. Pogo. So that's arms by your side, body tight and bouncing. Bouncing and then stop and stay in stillness. Good. So student in the sitting position with feet on the floor. If her feet don't reach the floor, put an aerobics platform underneath maybe, or something like that, some form of step. One teacher or carer or parent behind riding the bed. Another carer giving two hand support. Ride the bed and pop to stand. And when you pop, you push sharply into the bed to enhance her movement.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Sometimes the person popping might need to give a little bit of hand support as well, just to help her up. Can you do that once more?
1, 2, 3.
Good. Same thing, but now just with one hand support, because you're beginning to understand what's going on and you're making a contribution, so we can start to reduce support.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Now can we change hands?
1, 2, 3.
Good. Now, Same exercises as before, popping to stand, 2 hand support first of all, but student with eyes closed.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Now one hand.
1, 2, 3.
Good. And now change hands.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Student sitting, pushing with hands and bouncing, and half-time tweak. That's legs going out and in. Wow, that's improved since the first time you did it. Okay, swimming arms, bouncing and half-time tweak. Now could you do quarter turns? Sitting, bouncing and quarter turns. And then back the other way. So now we're going to make it a bit harder. Could you do swimming arms and bouncing with half-time tweaks and do a quarter turn at the same time? Keep going, quarter turns. So in, out, yeah, and quarter turns at the same time, keeping the legs going in and out. That's much harder, isn't it? And even harder is to go against your natural inclination and twist the other way. So now could you do the same thing, swim your arms, bounce and half-time tweak, but to your left. Good try. Okay, can you stand in the middle? And could you do a 2-footed jump, meaning can you push with both feet and land feet together? Good, and again. Good. Now can you do 2-footed jumps repeatedly, staying in the middle? Now can you do 3 bounces and stop and stay in stillness? You count.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Now can you bounce with quarter twists? So were you turning left or right that time? Which way were you turning? To your left or to your right? Left. Good. Now could you do quarter twists turning to your right? Good. Hacker. Do you remember this? Fast knees up and touch. We want to hear it. Good. Okay. Pogo position. Jump to legs astride, stop and stay in stillness. Okay, now jump your legs together again. Now jump legs apart and back together. Now we're going to introduce arms. So legs apart and arms up. Legs together and arms down. And now apart together. Good. And then continuously jumping jacks. Good. Now could we do half kneeling? One teacher standing behind, one teacher standing in front. Hand support from the person in front, riding the bed from the person behind. Do remember that you might want to have the handle on to support the teacher. So ride the bed, pop to stand to stillness.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Now same thing, but student with the other knee up.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Now high kneeling. So both knees down. Ride the bed, pop to stand.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Now without any carers or assistants, half kneeling, which is one knee up, swimming arms, and one big drive up and make yourself, oh well done. Now same thing but with the other knee up. Good, well done.